Hi. If I ever post this, this will be my first no-fap video. I couldn't even tell you how long this journey's taken me so far. Years where I've always suspected this was something you should do, but never had the strength to do it. And then recently a chain of events has happened, and a friend has come back into my life, and he's strongly on this journey. I'm going to give a shout out to you, Keith. And you know, you get to a point where everything's just too real. You can't lie anymore. And then something just feels like the truth. I guess this is it. And I went into it strong, and I went 20 days, 21, 22 days, and then I relapsed, and I broke, and I crashed, and I relapsed for days, and I thought, that's it, you know, this isn't for me, I'm not strong enough. And then I don't know why, but I do know why. This will sound crazy. I was at rock bottom, I was sitting on the floor in the middle of the night crying, holding myself, not knowing what the fuck was wrong. And I prayed and I begged to whatever was out there, just give me one sign. And this came back. But it was different this time, because for the first time I got just a gift, and maybe this will help some of you. Just a speck, I don't know what it was, but for a second I could see the thoughts pulling at me, you know? I could see the thoughts telling me to do it again. And I thought to myself, hold on, if I can see the thoughts, what am I? What am I? And since then it's been different. Since then it's me versus something, you know? It's not me on my own, it's me versus something. And it's me and hope for sobriety and relief and reconnection. It's all of that. And it's versus a demon, for want of a better word. Some of you have called it that, I know. And I agree, it's a demon. It's something controlling your behaviour without your knowledge or agreement or even benefit. You know, there's nothing you get from this which benefits you, nothing. You think you're benefiting, you think you're gaining something every time you get a new video or you watch a new scene or something. You get all this shit in your head. You think you're gaining something, you think you're connected to some world, something, some people. You're sat in front of a computer on your own. That's what you're doing most of the time. You're sat in front of a computer on your own. It doesn't matter what the screen is showing. Your eyes are translating that, you know, holographically, and you're interpreting some connection, you're sat in front of a computer on your own. And once you start to realise that demon, maybe there's escape. I hope so. I've started again. So this is a journal for me. Right now I'm not keeping too close track of days. I must be somewhere around 12, maybe. My thing now is, when the urges stop, that's long enough, you know? I think the time thing's a little bit dangerous because it gives you a hope that you're going to see it again. That little demon won't let go because it's hoping that after that period, it's got you back. So that is a useful coping technique as well. I hope, again, this is all theoretical. Wish me luck on my journey, please. But the way I'm doing it now, my birthday, way next year, towards the end of July, and I've told my little demon, maybe on your birthday we'll have it back, right? Now, my rational mind says in 7 months, nearly 8 months time, I'm not going to be craving this. I hope I'm not. But my little demon is calmer now. He's not happy, but he's calmer because he's suspecting that he might get it back. So that's one coping strategy. This is another one I've done. I haven't seen anyone else do this yet. I'm sure maybe some of you have. I got my first ever tattoo. Yeah, it's kind of lame. It looks a bit crooked, but it's technically sort of straight. Anyway, it says let go. That's it. It's a phrase which has been coming to me a lot in the last few months. Let go. Let go of demons, let go of attachments, let go of fear. Just let go. So now sometimes when I feel weak and I get a craving, an urge, I can just glance at that and just think maybe this is the time, yeah? The time is now. I can't remember who it was who said that, but I love that. The time is now. And then I've got one third strategy, which I've always been a bit of a writer, wannabe. And during my slump this time, a story came to me, just a crazy story. Excuse me, I'm a very upset guy. It's a love story. It's about two people who've been disconnected through technology. One is a porn addict, another is a career feminist. Now, I'm not trying to offend anyone, it's just a story idea at this point, but it's just an idea of how they could come together and fall in love. So if any of you guys are interested in how that sounds, and it features no-fap very strongly. It features a man coming to his truth through the realization of, you know, no-fap, and the help of all of these gurus and people who've just had wisdom come to them, all of that. So that's a project I'm working on. I'm about 12,000 words in, and I'm thinking for the next month or 2 or 3 I'm gonna have lots of time for these hands. So if I can crack on with that, who knows, maybe some of you guys will end up reading me one day, and we can fucking shake hands. The left hand maybe, like, you know what I mean, just anyway, or whatever, shake hands and meet each other over my new book or something. How amazing would that be? Don't know the title yet. It's just a love story. AI guided love story. Oh yeah, it's a utopia. I'm sick of these dystopian stories telling you about how terrible the future's going to be and how broken everything's going to be. I don't believe it. I believe the more people take the power back through things like nofap, reclaiming their strength and their integrity, the more things like this happen, the more people are doing yoga and studying the ways of asceticism and the removal of pleasures and enjoying them more. Do you know what I mean? Not denying yourself anything, but enjoying the fuck out of it. So I have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I make sure I make that coffee properly. I mean, I don't know the provenance. I'm not a full coffee wanker. Some people say I am, but I enjoy the fuck out of that coffee, you know. And that's it. That's it for the day. That's my coffee, and I look forward to that. And it's little things like that, I think, that people need to be doing more. So I think we're going to pull it back. Anyway, this was technically a no-fap video, so I'll see you on the other side, brothers. See you on the other side.